chicken with genetic defect. On one hand, I'm terrified of this sheep chicken thing. On the other hand, drumsticks. What's up, sexy? I'm Lexi, and welcome back to EmKay. I believe the scientific term for what we're looking at today is weird facts and stuff, also known as r/dang-that-is-interesting. Let's get started. An Ottoman supply train still resting where it was ambushed by Lawrence of Arabia 104 years ago on the Hejaz Railway. What did you ambush this with? This looks like wreckage from GTA Online. This piece has tested my patience, but I am committed to seeing how far I can take this process. This is the first time I can step back and get a decent view, albeit in my small design studio. Oh my god. You know, sometimes I'm proud of the stuff I've made so far. Videos, photography, whatever, on multiple channels, but like, having the patience, skill, and fortitude to get through something this complex, no, I can't imagine that. It hurts me to imagine that. Bicycle from 1946. Where did this style go? I don't like, the 1950s had some beautiful car designs, and I'm sure they can be made very lightweight with today's materials, and just everything looks the same. And we have gorgeous things like this that existed in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Why does every car nowadays look like just a singular egg? After needing 13 liters of blood for a surgery at the age of 13, a man named James Harrison pledged to donate blood once he turned 18. It was discovered that his blood contained a rare antigen which cured Russus disease. I'm sorry if I butchered that. He has donated blood a record 1,000 times and saved 2 million lives! Good lord, kind Santa Claus, sir. Now we know why the suit was red. Mozart disliked a performer named Adriana Ferrara. We're just gonna go ahead and assume that Lexi is gonna get all the pronunciations wrong here in this entire video. Okay, all right, good. Adriana Ferrara del Bene. So, knowing her tendency to drop her chin on low notes and throw back her head on high ones, Mozart wrote a song with constant leaps from low to high in order to make her head pop like a chicken on stage. Never underestimate the powers of spite. Morgan Freeman wears earrings that are worth enough to pay for a coffin in case he dies in a strange place. This is actually an old sailor's tradition. Just before his death in 2005, a carpenter in Iowa named Dale Schroeder decided to donate his life savings to help local poor students go to college. Schroeder had grown up poor and lived a frugal lifestyle, but had amassed $3 million in savings. In the 14 years since his death, his donation sent 33 students to college. That is some excellent work, Dale Schroeder, but college is still too expensive. Oh, I see this one as a history hustle. Nan Britton, a secretary, claimed she had an affair with U.S. President Warren Harding. Oh, that's an unfortunate coincidence given his name. And gave birth to his daughter. The government tried to shut down publication of her book, and when she tried to sue for child support, she was verbally attacked and ridiculed in court and lost. Her family faced threats for years. In 2015, a DNA test on Ancestry.com proved that she was telling the truth. Warren Harding? What the ever-loving hell? First the man takes the drink, then the drink takes the man. Sculpture created based off an old Irish saying. That's an amazing sculpture. I love it. I don't love it, but yes, but also, dear God, no. A stray dog followed a Swedish racing team throughout their 430-mile endurance race in Ecuador. The dog accompanied the team through the wild jungles of the Amazon and swimming through the river. And all of this because one of the team members had given him a meatball during one of the team's stunts. Look, I know Swedish meatballs are good, but apparently they'll get a dog to follow you 430 miles through the jungle. Poor little puppy's like, you got any more of those meatballs, man? I can't live without them. The father takes a photo of his daughter every birthday and frames it with the photo taken the previous year. Okay, that's kind of ridiculously cute. The idea is adorable. The cast of Friends each made $1 million per episode in the final 2 seasons, and now make $20 million per year per cast member for reruns. The show still generates $1 billion a year for Warner Brothers, all thanks to David Schwimmer, there, encouraging the cast to negotiate as a team. And good for them! All of this sounds like impossibly high amounts of money, but it's also an impossibly, famous show. Under no circumstances should you be cheating your actors and actresses out of the money that they earned. Snow goggles, the first sunglasses, were used 2,000 years ago by Inuit hunters. I actually knew about these from like a childhood science book or something. I don't remember, but I remember being fascinated with them as a kid and squinting my eyes at bright lights. I grew up in Florida, and these are designed to protect you from the reflections of the sun off the snow, so I had absolutely no idea what snow looked like, nor did I have any concept of how reflective it was. Old motherboard looks like an ancient Greek ruin, back in the days of the Pentium 4. This is why you wear a helmet. It's to prevent the road putting zebra stripes on your face, and skull, and spinal column, and everything else. John McCain welcomed home by President Nixon after 5.5 years of torture as a Vietnam prisoner of war in 1973. I won't get political about this, but John McCain does deserve some respect. Francesco, who's 101 years old, has been alive for all of Italy's championships. 1934, 14, 1938, 18, 1968, 48, 1982, 62, 2006, 86, and now 2021. I don't sports enough to know what championships they're talking about here, but congratulations, well done, and you look really good for 101. The flame lily, the national flower of Zimbabwe. I swear I've seen this flower somewhere before, and I don't even like nature things. Must have been a documentary or something, but it's gorgeous. I really want to poke the center. Hopefully that's not a felony. Before and after cleft lip surgery. Oh, yay! I'm glad you can breathe and swallow properly now. A close friend of mine from childhood had this, and it always fascinated me that like doctors are able to fix this so cleanly. It's just absolutely wild. In 2012, a Burger King employee anonymously posted an image on 4chan of him putting his feet in lettuce. Oh God. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. Or whatever that fricking number was. Anyways, with the caption, "This is the lettuce you eat at Burger King." It took 20 minutes for people to track down the branch the employee worked at and contact the news. He was promptly fired. I actually didn't know the tail end of that. I knew about the meme, but 4chan is terrifying. And I'm really glad in this case that they existed. Cat's eye looks shattered due to a genetic mutation. Whoa. As long as the cat can see and everything and nothing else is wrong, this is really cool. The author left a cute little note for his family. To my wife Marguerite and my children Ella Rose and Daniel, without whom this book would have been completed 2 years earlier. Don't give up on your dreams and work until your idols become your rivals. Joseph meets Michael Phelps at the 2008 Olympics. Joseph beats Michael Phelps at the 2016 Olympics. That's wild. Photobomb legend. This is the most aggressive way to make sure you can always find a picture of yourself somewhere. As a word for a young pig, the word piglet only dates back to the mid-1800s. Before then, a young pig might be called a hogling, 14th century, a porket, 1550s, a hog babe, 1600s, or a gruntling, 1680s. I'm sorry, I'm keeping porket. That's just cute and delicious. Scientists have revived a plant from the Pleistocene epoch? Sure, we'll go with that. This plant is 32,000 years old. Very nice, well done, put it back. Interesting planting idea. Oh, that's actually just cool. Does this actually work? Plant people in the comments, does this work? Or is this BS? Traffic signals with LED lights on the pole itself. As a legally blind person, I find this incredibly easy to see, but also as a legally blind person, I can't freaking drive. Although it would be kind of useful when I'm on my bike. Nearly 12 million years ago, volcanic ash engulfed this ancient watering hole in what is now the Ashfall fossil beds in Nebraska. Nebraska doesn't exist. Entombing innumerable creatures and creating a Pompeii of prehistoric animals. This seems like a conspiracy to me. Actually really cool, but no conspiracy. Wind power structure larger than the Eiffel Tower will be able to power 80,000 homes. Or 4 mining rigs, if we don't get cryptocurrency under control. Instead of polluting the planet with confetti, hole punch leaves instead. Oh, that's actually a really good idea. Fully biodegradable. That's really smart if, you have a bunch of leaves nearby. In a simple experiment, researchers at the University of Chicago sought to find out whether a rat would release a fellow rat from an unpleasantly restrictive cage if it could. would? The answer was yes. The free rat, occasionally hearing distress calls from its compatriot, learned to open the cage and did so with greater efficiency over time. It would release the other animal even if there wasn't the payoff of a reunion with it. Astonishingly, if given access to a small hoard of chocolate chips, the free rat would usually save at least one treat for the captive, which is a lot to expect for a rat. The researchers came to the unavoidable conclusion that what they were seeing was empathy, and apparently selfless behavior driven by that mental state. A new model of empathy, The Rat by David Brown, Washington Post. Some drugstores in the Czech Republic introduced shampoo and shower gel filling machines. Customers can refill their empty bottles with various products so they don't have to buy a new one every time. I actually really like this, especially if this is less energy intensive than, making a new bottle and everything. A trade-off with maintenance on the machine, etc. These tables at my college are shaded by solar panels. These in turn provide power to the outlets on the table. Smart, efficient, simple. I love it. More of this, please. Neptune appearing during a storm. Oh, hot damn. I thought we were going to be seeing a picture of like the planet. No, we are. All right then. Hope you've got your affairs with Neptune sorted out because he has arrived. Amazing gorilla stunt in downtown Vancouver. Oh, that's actually really good. Oh, that's cool. I hate it because, it's terrible, but it's smart. Shaquille O'Neal, 7'1", next to a cutout of the tallest recorded human, Robert Wadlow, 8'11". Shaquille looks tiny. Good lord. I'm 5'11". I would be just minuscule compared to all of this. In Interstellar on the water planet, the soundtrack in the background has a prominent ticking noise. These ticks happen every 1.25 seconds. Each tick you hear is a whole day passing on Earth. I did know this one, but only because I'm like a special effects and video geek, so yeah, this is cool. There's a bunch of nifty stuff hidden in Interstellar, as you have probably already guessed. The real value of a single tree, a large party. I know what the picture is making a point of, but still, plant tree, get party. Venus flytraps have to put their flowers really far away from their traps so they don't accidentally kill their pollinators, and I love it so much. The fact it genetically grew to understand it needed to do that is cool. I like to imagine that it ate a bee, and it was like, oh my dear God, let's never do that again. What attracts the bee? Oh, it's our flowers. Okay, move those way far away, okay? Way far away. This is Dr. Dennis H. Klatt. You probably never heard of him. He is the American computer scientist who gave Stephen Hawking his artificial voice in the winter of 1987, at least 5 years before it would have been available. Over 300 individual recording clips of Dr. Klatt's actual voice are what we heard when Stephen Hawking spoke. Dr. Klatt knew Stephen Hawking's life expectancy was short, so he completed the programming in record time. Stephen Hawking was extremely grateful and sent Dr. Klatt a personal letter of thanks and an invitation to visit him. It was not meant to be. Dr. Klatt died of cancer less than a year later. He had worked on the voice program while undergoing chemotherapy, and ironically, even after the cancer had taken his own voice. Over the years, every time Professor Hawking's voice technology was upgraded, he was offered better, more natural sounding voices. Even one that was customized to sound like his original voice, British accent included. He always refused, saying, "Thank you, no, my late friend Dennis's voice is my voice." Okay, this is super sweet and oh my God. Okay, I'm legally blind, y'all know that. I use technology, like 11 billion pieces of technology every day just to get around and like do normal things and do my job and do this and everything. So the fact that somebody going through chemotherapy and everything, losing his own voice, was working on programming for Stephen Hawking's accessibility technology so Stephen Hawking could talk, it's just, okay, all right, That wasn't dang that was interesting. That was dang that was tear-jerking. How dare you? And that brings us to the end of r/dang that was interesting. But wait, we have some lovely fan art to show you. Today's fan art is brought to you by user Sleep-Deprived Neon Mood. And they say, may not be as good as some of the other stuff here. Just stop comparing. You're like, oh, fan art is amazing. But I made portraits of Robin, Lexi, and Jack. I love them all, and Lexi is an inspiration to me because I'm also trans, empty LTF. Transform! All right, I gotta see these. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. And I have sunglasses on. Extra fantastic. Sorry, Robin and Jack, I'm biased. Thank you so much for these lovely portraits, user Sleep Deprived Neon. And if you enjoyed any of these posts, hit that like button. If you want more r/dang that was interesting in your subscriptions feed, hit that red subscribe button. As always, my name is The Lexigitty, and you can find me on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. Have an absolutely victorious day tomorrow. Stay safe, stay awesome, make more stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video.